Have you ever wondered what really separates people that always manage to achieve their goals compared to the rest of most people? I mean, why do some people always have that discipline, that willpower, and invest so much effort, while many of us fail when we try to achieve our goals? With the new year coming up, how many of you think you're really going to achieve your goals? And how many of you have previously achieved your goals in the past? What do you think separates the people that actually reach their goals from most of us? Is it really discipline, willpower, and effort, or is it something else? Well, I'm going to explain to you in 5 minutes the secret to achieving all your goals and actually reaching your New Year's resolutions by harnessing a 5-minute exercise called the power of nudges. What's up, everyone? It's Alex from modernhealthmonk.com here. Here's this really cool study that I found recently. So in this study, researchers took 218 people, and what they wanted to figure out was, how do we get these people to exercise long term? In other words, after 12 months or 18 months or 24 months, after a few years, how do we get them to maintain this habit and actually have a high level of adherence? So here's what the researchers did. They made 3 groups of people, right? The first group had a normal phone call after 3 weeks. The phone call was by just a normal human being that was giving support and saying, hey, good job, keep going. Just a quick phone call. In the second group, what happened was the people were just getting an automated message. So either an automated call or an automated follow-up message via email. And in the third group, no support and no follow-up message was given. Now, at the start, the group that was getting just human advice, so the human phone call, was exercising about an hour and 18 minutes. Now, the group that was exercising and getting the automated message exercised about an hour and 10 minutes. Now, the group that had no support exercised about an hour and a half. Here's the thing. After a year, so after 12 months, the group that got the human advice was up to almost 3 hours of exercise a week. The group that got the automated advice was up to about 2.5 hours. And the group that got no advice, in other words, no follow-up, no accountability, was exercising less than 2 hours. So there was a big difference, over an hour difference between getting a human on the phone, human accountability, and no accountability. So what does this mean for you? I mean, what's the point of all this? Well, you and I both know that accountability is huge in achieving our goals, right? Going to the gym is so much easier with a friend, especially if you hate exercising. But it's not just about exercise. It's about eating right, or building a meditation habit, or just finding ways to de-stress throughout the day. Having a person to do it with you, or even a machine, or even a simple reminder, makes it 10 times more likely you'll actually achieve the goal and stick with this habit over the long term. Now, here's what I suggest you do in the new year. First of all, pick a simple habit. Pick something very easy and just one thing. Don't pick too many things to focus on, or it's going to be impossible to have a clear path to follow. Here's what you do next. Find a simple way to remind yourself. The first, most obvious way is to have a buddy, right? An exercise buddy, an accountability partner, or a mastermind group, which Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich famously suggested as a way to be successful. But there are other ways as well, and here's one of my favorites. All it requires is your smartphone, just like this. Set a reminder every 2 weeks.
Okay, just tell me what you want to be reminded about.
Make an exercise follow-up phone call.
Here's your reminder, starting next Friday at 9 a.m. Shall I create it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start reminding you.
That's one way you can do it, using your smartphone, your BlackBerry, or your iPhone. The other way is to use a service called iDoneThis. Now, iDoneThis starts free, and I've recommended it before. I don't have any affiliation with them, but I've used it personally. And what they'll do is they'll give you an email every day. And the email will say, hey, what did you accomplish today? And all you do is respond to the email. When you respond to the email, it's going to shoot it back in their system and keep a log of everything you've said. So it's an easy way to program accountability. Now, there's another way. In fact, there are many, many ways. Obviously, having a human is best. When there's a person, there's a little bit of stress and pressure, and that kind of guarantees, you don't want to look stupid the next time you have to meet. That's why accountability partners work so well. Automation is the second best, and a third best, honestly, one thing I always use, I'll go right into my calendar, right in my planner, and every 2 weeks, just sit down for one day. And 2 weeks apart, write down little check-in messages. Okay, check in. How's it going with this? How's it going with exercise? How's it going with this business plan? How's it going with this healthy eating? 2 weeks for the entire year. So it's going to be there. You're going to see it every Monday morning or whatever, or when you're writing down your tasks. These are very simple ways to program accountability, and they just take 2 minutes. 2 to 5 minutes, super easy, and it will dramatically increase the chances of success. So that's one of the many ways to achieve your health goals. And particularly with the new year, to actually reach your New Year's resolutions. It's not about what you do in 2 weeks. It's not about the 7 hours of working out the first week in the gym. It's about what's happening a year later, or 2 years, or 5 years later. The beginning and the end is important. So do whatever is sustainable, a habit that you will continue doing a year from now. Now here's what I want you to do now. Go ahead, leave a comment below. Tell me what the best technique is you've ever learned for achieving your goals. What is the best way you found to keep up with your goals over the long run? Share it below and I'll leave you a response. All right, everyone, that's it for now. I'll see you soon. Leave a comment below. Go ahead, like the page on Facebook, and I'll see you in the next video.